Hello everyone, welcome to Educators. And after a long break of more than a week or so, we are again discussing infancy, and today we'll be discussing the need of vitamins during infancy. Welcome to Educators, myself Manjushta Chatterjee. Due to some recording problem, I was having some technical issues, some sound problem, and some problem with the videos. I couldn't upload any of the recent videos, so I took a break of 1 week and I settled all my problems. And I hope now again we can start with a new set of videos on infancy and many more topics on nutrition. So stay tuned with Educators. So the first and the foremost vitamin, the important vitamin is vitamin A. Now, why do we need to focus on vitamin A? Because we know that vitamins, they are classified into two parts. One is the fat soluble vitamins and the other one is the water soluble vitamins. The fat soluble vitamins, namely the vitamin A, D, E, K, they are stored in the body. Okay. So vitamin A from the mother's diet, from the lactating mother's diet, it is sufficiently stored in the infant's liver till 6 months of age. Okay, it is sufficiently stored in the infant's liver till 6 months of age. That is till the exclusive breastfeeding period. The amount of vitamin A in the liver is sufficient, and that can actually meet up the amount of vitamin A for the 6 months. But what after that? After that, vitamin A has to be given in the diet of the child as weaning diet. Okay, and it is required definitely for the proper development of the eyesight, the skin, the formation of the mucous membrane, etc. How can we give? What is the amount? First is, what is the amount? It is 350 mg per day of vitamin A, sorry, that has to be given according to both RDA, that is RDA 2010 and RDA 2020. Now, how can we give? Definitely the different vegetables, the different fruits, the yellow, orange colored, red colored fruits and vegetables, dark green colored fruits and vegetables, egg, fish, they are good sources of vitamin A or carotene. And what we can give? They can give as the porridge, or we can give them as cut fruit. We can give them in during the breakfast or during the lunch. Maybe we have made a khichdi, and in that khichdi we have added carrots, we have added spinach. Okay, and together we are giving that to the child. So it will be a healthy, a full diet, a proper diet for the child to get all the vitamins properly, along with the needed amount of protein and carbohydrate. Okay, coming to the another important or next important vitamin, you can say that is the vitamin D. Why vitamin D is so important? Because definitely, as we know, all of us know that vitamin D is necessary for the calcium and phosphorus metabolism. So now the bone growth is there, that the developments are going on, the growth rate is higher, and to meet up this higher growth rate, vitamin D is required to support the calcium and the phosphorus metabolism, which is always going on in the child. So milk does not provide enough vitamin D, so therefore the vitamin D rich foods has to be given during the weaning. So in our country, like in these tropical countries, we the child can synthesize vitamin D in the body with the help of the sunlight. Okay, but in there are different countries where this is not a possible way. So there also vitamin D supplements or vitamin D rich food has to be given in the rate of or in the amount of 400 IU per day according to RD 2020, or according to RD 2010, 200 to 400 IU per day has to be given. What else can you give? You can include cheese, you can include egg, milk, yogurt. In those countries, salmon fish is very common, so that salmon fish can be given. Orange juice can be given to include vitamin D in the diet. So that is very, very important. Coming to the next two, the last two fat soluble vitamins, that is the vitamin E and vitamin K. Vitamin A, E and E deficiency is not very common, okay, because the needed amount of vitamin E is sufficiently given from the mother the child takes, and also if you take a balanced diet, definitely the child gets the vitamin E. Around about 5 IU of vitamin E is required. So proper fish, uh, fruits, vegetables has to be taken, eggs are good sources, and nuts. Now we can't give children or so little infants nuts because there is a chance of choking. So we have to think how we can incorporate, like we can make powders. Okay, suppose you are making a gruel of something, with making a porridge of something, you can make a powder of the nut and you can introduce that into the diet. So the diet is also fulfilled, it is heavy, it is filled, and also the nut is also incorporated. Okay, now all many children or newborns are susceptible to hemorrhages. Okay, what happens if there is a deficiency of vitamin K? So there can be a hemorrhage kind of a problem. So sometimes what happens, there is a supplementation given just after the birth of vitamin K. It is not very common everywhere, but sometimes it is given too. Okay, so if it is required, we have to give that. But other than that, we have to focus on vitamin K rich green leafy vegetables, dark green leafy vegetables, pumpkins, tomatoes, and fish to give the vitamin K to the diet. Now coming to the B vitamins. Now B vitamins are mostly the calorigenic vitamins because they are determined, or their need are determined according to the calorie demand of the child. So as we all know, the calorie demand of the infants are higher because they are on the higher side of the growth. They are growing very fast during this time. So what we need to do, the requirements of B vitamins are also increasing during this time. Moreover, what happens? The vitamin B6 is needed for protein metabolism. We also know that the protein requirement during this time is also very high. So, for protein metabolism, vitamin B6 is also required. Folic acid, vitamin B12 are needed for the RBC formation and other functions. So, that's why good amount of folic acid and good amount of vitamin B12 has to be given. So till 6 months of age, we are not really thinking of that. We are thinking of the mother's diet, from where the breast milk is to be given to the child. And after that, we have to give timely weaning food and a properly balanced weaning diet to the child. Now, according to RDA 2020, and if you compare RDA 2010, you will see that most of the recommendations has been changed, like from mg per kg to milligram per day. So this is how the unit has changed. Okay, and the recommendation has also changed accordingly. So definitely 0 to 6 months and 6 to 12 months, point 2 to point 4, zero point 0.4 to zero point 0.6, 2 to 5 for thiamine, riboflavin and niacin respectively, which was 55 to 50 mg per kg, 65 to 60 mg per kg, 710, 650 mg per kg for thiamine, riboflavin, niacin in 2010. Coming to B6, it is almost same, but the unit has changed. So 0 0.1 mg per kg for 0 to 6 months, it is now 0 0.1 mg per day. Okay, so coming to this, and next is vitamin B12, 1.2, 1.2 mg per day and 0 0.2 mg. Okay, folate requirement is same, mg per day, it is has increased from 25, 25, 25. It was a general thing, and it has jumped up during 6 to 12 months, that is during the weaning time, to 85 mg. So which is a huge amount that has to be given, because for the RBC formation and the other function. Okay. Coming to another water soluble vitamins, that is vitamin C. It is very, very essential because it is an excellent antioxidant, we all know, and it is anti-infective, right? So any kind of infection that can trigger in the child will be definitely fight off by the vitamin C. So we must give vitamin C to the child. And we also know that vitamin C is not present in huge amount in breast milk, but we know that if we provide exclusive breastfeeding for the child, then we can understand that the amount that is present in the breast milk is twice that amount of the cow's milk. So breast milk is good for the child, the amount of vitamin C is good for the child, right? But after that, as soon as or as fast as we can introduce the vitamin C to the child, it is better for the child, because we also know that vitamin C helps in iron absorption. So if we introduce vitamin C in good amount, then iron absorption can also be better, right? So an amount of uh, 20 mg of vitamin C for 0 to 6 months, which is generally by exclusive breastfeeding, and 30 mg of vitamin C 6 to 12 months has to be given, which was around uh, this will be vitamin C for, sorry, which will be around 25 milligram for the RDA 2010. So fruit juices, whole fruits, as soon like juicy fruits, citrus fruits, as fast as we can give, it is better for the child. Now, what can happen if we do not start with the vitamin C? Infantile scurvy is the one with swollen gums like this. As you can see that the gums are really swollen over here. Okay, and the teeth are at the back because the gums is so swollen. Along with that, the gums are also bleeding. So swollen gums, bleeding gums, and other problems like this can also happen. So I hope you have understood what are the vitamin need for this child. We have discussed about the RDA, and there's just a misprint over there, like vitamin D will be vitamin C. Okay, and the recommendations, both the recommendations are given. In the next video, we'll be definitely talking about the mineral needs of the infants in detail, and after that we'll directly go into the advantages of breast milk. That's all for today. I hope you liked the session. Keep supporting educators. Thank you so much.